there's something an NBA player should learn over his years playing basketball, it's that basketball isn't life. Ball ain't life. Your health is your life. But if Chris Bosh is willing to risk his life to play some basketball despite his health concerns, who am I to judge the man? I mean, even though I don't believe ball is life, it is his life. So according to multiple sources, Chris Bosh wants to join the Los Angeles Lakers and make a comeback. Now, the problem with this is that if you guys haven't heard already, Chris Bosh tried to make a comeback before the playoffs last season and he was denied due to his health. Now, I tell people all the time, listen, you can say ball is life all you want. I would really hate to see Chris Bosh make a comeback and drop in the court. I mean, God forbid. But if the man believes he can play, it's his life. I can't tell the man he can't play. I'm not a doctor. I'm simply not a doctor. But Chris Bosh really wants to make that sacrifice, and that sacrifice being a potential, I mean, God forbid, who knows what can happen. I mean, doctors are telling the man you can't play, and then Chris Bosh's side of things, you got doctors that are telling him that he can play. Nevertheless, Chris Bosh wants to make a comeback, and I believe the man can play. He can play. Chris Bosh is a talented dude. The man is in great shape. The man can shoot the ball. The man can defend. He can really help the Lakers, and he can help the Lakers for cheap. But the problem is the doctors, the medical doctors, the team doctors. Can Chris Bosh come back and play without there being a risk that the man is going to drop? I mean, what does Chris Bosh have to prove at this point? The man has 2 championships. The man's going to be a Hall of Famer. He has all-star appearances. What does he need to prove? And I have a theory. And my theory is this man loves basketball so much that he can't stand looking at other players going to training camps, traveling all over the world, playing ball, while this man is still young. The man can probably play. The man probably plays full court at the YMCA. He knows he has a lot of game left, but doctors are telling him that he can't play when he knows that he can play. And that probably kills him every single day. I mean, just imagine having all the talent in the world and you can't play basketball because, you know what? Doctors are telling you there's a risk. But despite there being a risk, you still want to play anyway because the love of basketball is so high, your love of basketball anyways, being Chris Bosh, that you still want to play. And it's a very, very sad situation. I mean, teams don't want to give him a chance because of his condition. It's as simple as that. The man's condition is very, very flaky, man. Very, very flaky. And you got a doctor out here in Miami, Dr. Miami, whatever they call it, man. You got a doctor out there that you probably got to say, yeah, Chris Bosh can play. One shady doctor compared to the 50 doctors that are saying you can't play. Dr. Miami's out here saying you can play, and then there's 50 doctors saying that you can't. I mean, it's a very touchy situation. Can Chris Bosh produce with the Lakers? Yeah. Is it worth his life? No. So Chris Bosh, I really believe you should just chill out. Play overseas. Take it easy. I mean, play somewhere where you could take it easy. Not really. I mean, the NBA's tough, man. The NBA's tough. And it's just a conflict of interest because Chris Bosh, if they let you play, they'll have to manage your minutes in a sense where you're not really pushing yourself too much, and maybe it's just a risk. It's just a risk. It's a lose-lose. And Chris Bosh, you can play, and maybe not even overseas. I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, don't even go overseas because suppose something happens. They don't got the right doctors, the right staff. I mean, I don't see somewhere where you can play and be happy. I mean, maybe the big 3. And that's something I think Chris Bosh should look into. It's more of a half-court setting. So maybe Chris Bosh will enjoy something like that. But I feel for Chris Bosh. I feel for the man. I don't know what the man should do to cure this. And the cure being the man wants to play basketball despite his health risk. I mean, think about it, man. Think about it. The man wants to play basketball. His love for the game is so high that he's willing to sacrifice his life. Think about that. With that being said, I'm out.